The Black Ink Book Festival is now in its fourth year of recognizing African American authors and their contributions to the literary world. Joining us with details on this year's event is Dewana Brockington, author and chairperson of the Black Ink Committee. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about the history of Black Ink here in Charleston.
So Black Ink started really just as to give Black authors a space to be recognized, to be discovered by readers. And it started as a project with the Friends of the Library. And we're actually in our fifth year, and it has grown each year. Due to COVID, we are doing things a little differently. And so we are having our first virtual event. And I'm pretty excited about it because it's allowed us to expand from a one-day event to 2.5 days. So.
And I want to hear more about the keynote speaker, a New York Times bestselling author.
Kwame Mbalia. We are so excited to host him and have him as our keynote. Kwame Mbalia was discovered by Disney Hyperion, and he writes a series with a protagonist, Tristan Strong, who is a middle grade Black male, 13 years old. He's a boxer. He has had some trauma, and he goes down south with his grandparents for the summer to really just kind of recalibrate and deal with his trauma and deal with his grief. And he ends up in this mythical world filled with gods and these heroes from African lore and American lore. And so Kwame has just written this, created this world that is fun and exciting and very mythological with some amazing characters.
It sounds like a beautiful intertwining of two different cultures.
Absolutely. He has parents of African descent, and he, of course, was raised here in America. So he's got the Southern folklore of heroes, and then he's got African gods and goddesses that he weaves into this amazing story.
Very interesting. Is this a book series or is it one singular book?
This is a series. So his first book, Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky, we read that as a book club reading this summer. And then his second book, Tristan Strong Destroys the World, was released in October. So
those are great titles. Very powerful titles.
Very powerful. And he'll have a third one in a couple of years through Disney.
And this event is going to last several days from January 14th all the way through the 16th. And so you're going to have other people speaking there. Marcus Amaker, I notice, is also on the roster. But you're going to be talking not just about fiction, but it's also poetry, children's books, all kinds of things.
Self-help, some historical, some cookbooks. So traditionally in our Black Ink event, we would have booths in a space and folks would come and they'd be able to touch and feel the books that the authors have written and engage with them. This year, they'll be able to purchase online, but have some one-on-one conversations in our platform. And they'll be able to bounce from table to table or booth to booth virtually and speak with our sponsors as well as our writers.
Sounds exciting. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, we also have workshops that are geared towards readers as well as burgeoning writers. So we have one of our sponsors is Amazon KDP, and they will be hosting a workshop on how to self-publish. And we will have workshops with collaborating and advocating for Black individuals and just being an ally. So they're like, our topics are all over the place, but it's all connected to writing and reading and reaching diverse audiences.
I love that. I think that's a wonderful premise for a book festival. Also, just a quick bit of information, strong internet connection is also recommended. So you want to make sure that you use Google Chrome. So that's a little bit of a technical aside, but if people cannot make it to the event, how do they tune in after the fact?
So that we will post our videos on our YouTube page. The Black Ink has a YouTube page, and also we will be live streaming to Facebook. So if you choose not to register or access through our platform, you can still check it out with us as the event is happening. And then later, if you can get back, you can go to YouTube.
Perfect. Thank you so much. This sounds like a wonderful book festival indeed. Some really great speakers and authors present. Thank you.
Really excited. You guys have a great day.
You too. We're back after this.